To Kill a Mockingbird is a Pulitzer Prize-winning novel written by Harper Lee, published in 1960. The novel is set in the fictional town of Maycomb, Alabama, during the 1930s and tells the story of a young girl named Scout Finch as she grows up and learns about racism and injustice in her community. The novel opens with Scout recounting her childhood in Maycomb, Alabama, and introduces her father, Atticus Finch, a lawyer and prominent member of the community. Scout, her older brother Jem, and their friend Dill spend their summers playing games and trying to catch a glimpse of their mysterious neighbor, Arthur Boo Radley, who has not been seen in public for years. As the summer comes to a close, Scout and Jem return to school and become friends with a new student, Charles Baker Harris, or Dill for short. The trio becomes fascinated by the story of a man named Tom Robinson, a black man who has been accused of raping a white woman. Atticus has been appointed as Tom's defense attorney, and he urges his children to have empathy for others and to stand up for what is right, even if it means going against the norms of their society. Throughout the novel, Scout and Jem witness the injustices faced by African Americans in their community. They watch as their father defends Tom Robinson in court, despite intense pressure from the town to find him guilty. Despite Atticus's best efforts, Tom is ultimately convicted, and later dies while trying to escape prison. Scout and Jem are devastated by the verdict, and they struggle to understand why such a kind and innocent man would be condemned simply because of his race. In addition to the trial, the novel also explores the themes of childhood innocence, the loss of innocence, and the power of empathy. Scout's innocence and naivety are gradually eroded as she learns about the racism and injustice in her community, and she begins to see the world through a more complex and nuanced lens. The character of Boo Radley, who is initially portrayed as a mysterious and potentially dangerous figure, also serves as a powerful symbol of the human capacity for empathy and understanding. Boo has been isolated from society for years, but ultimately proves himself to be a kind and compassionate person when he saves Scout and Jem from an attack by Bob Ewell, the father of the woman who accused Tom Robinson of rape. To Kill a Mockingbird is a powerful novel that explores the complexities of race, justice, and empathy in a small southern town during the 1930s. The novel has been widely acclaimed for its timeless themes and its vivid portrayal of a particular moment in American history. Here are some key themes explored in the novel. Racism and injustice. To Kill a Mockingbird is set in a time and place where racism was deeply ingrained in society. The novel explores the ways in which racism affects the lives of African Americans, as well as the ways in which it shapes the perspectives and actions of white people. The loss of innocence. As Scout learns more about the world around her, she gradually loses her childhood innocence and comes to understand the harsh realities of racism and injustice. This loss of innocence is a common theme in coming-of-age stories, but it is particularly poignant in To Kill a Mockingbird given the weighty social issues at play. Empathy and understanding. Throughout the novel, characters struggle to see the world through the eyes of others. Atticus, however, consistently urges his children to practice empathy and understanding, even in the face of societal pressure to do otherwise. The character of Boo Radley also serves as a powerful symbol of the human capacity for empathy and kindness. The power of community. Maycomb is a small town where everyone knows everyone else's business, and this tight-knit community can be both supportive and oppressive. The novel shows how the community can band together to uphold injustice, as well as how it can work to promote fairness and equality. Courage and morality. Atticus is a character who consistently displays courage and moral integrity, even in the face of opposition and danger. His unwavering commitment to justice and fairness makes him a powerful role model for his children, as well as for readers of the novel. Gender roles. To Kill a Mockingbird also explores gender roles in the 1930s South. Scout is a tomboy who struggles to fit into the traditional expectations for girls in her community, and she resists attempts to mold her into a more conventional feminine role. The characters in To Kill a Mockingbird are complex and multifaceted, and the novel is renowned for its vivid portrayal of Southern life in the 1930s. Here are some of the key characters. Scout Finch, the protagonist of the novel. Scout is a young girl who is coming of age in Maycomb. She is curious, adventurous, and fiercely independent, and she is struggling to understand the complexities of the adult world around her. Atticus Finch, Scout's father. Atticus is a lawyer who is known for his integrity and courage. He defends Tom Robinson in court despite intense pressure from the community to find him guilty, and he teaches his children about the importance of empathy and fairness. Jem Finch, Scout's older brother. Jem is a sensitive and thoughtful boy who is also grappling with the injustices of the world around him. Boo Radley, a reclusive neighbor who is the subject of much speculation and rumor in Maycomb, who ultimately proves himself to be a kind and compassionate person. Tom Robinson, the African-American man who is accused of raping a white woman. Tom is a gentle and kind person who is ultimately victimized by the racism of his community. Mayella Yule, the woman who accuses Tom Robinson of rape. Mayella is a complex and troubled character who is struggling with the limitations of her life. To Kill a Mockingbird is a powerful and timeless novel that continues to resonate with readers around the world. The novel's exploration of racism, injustice, empathy, and courage make it a valuable resource for those looking to understand the complexities of American history and society.